Hi everyone, welcome to all. In this video, we'll be learning about second program of our machine learning lab. So the aim of this program is to perform exploratory data analysis on the California housing dataset to understand how the different variables or features are related to each other. Yes. So here we are loading the dataset and computing correlation matrix, then visualizing with the heat map and creating a pair plots. So let's start with the code. We start by importing pandas, which is a helpful library used for working with the data in tables like Excel but in Python. Then next we import NumPy. This library helps us to do mathematical operations efficiently, especially when working with the arrays and numbers. Then we use the Seaborn. It's a library used to make a beautiful and informative data visualizations, especially charts like heat maps and pair plots. Then matplotlib. It is another plotting library, and here we use a pyplot from it to help us display charts and plots. Then in this line, we are importing California housing dataset from scikit-learn, which is a machine learning library. This dataset contains information about housing in California, such as income, number of rooms, and house values. So in the first step, we are loading the California housing dataset. So here we are loading the dataset into memory and ask for it in a data frame format. Basically a table where rows are samples and columns are features. Then here we just extract the data table from the full dataset object and save it in a variable called data. So we can work with it more easily. Then we print the data so we can see what it looks like, the rows and the column names and few actual housing records, as we can see in the output. And then data.shape. See, this line tells us the size of our data set, specifically how many rows and columns it has. Like we can see here, range index. In this 20,640 entries are there from 0 to 20,639 and the total number of columns. Yes. Then data.head displays first few rows of the dataset. Then data.info method. See, this command gives us a summary of the dataset. It shows the column names and how many values are in each column and whether any data is missing, as we can see in the output. Then in the second step, we are calculating the correlation between each pair of features in the dataset. So we use the .core function to compute the correlation matrix. This tells us how strongly two columns are related to each other. For example, how median income might be related to house value. Yes, the result is the table where each cell shows a value between -1 and +1. Yes, moving to the next. So visualizing the correlation matrix using a heat map. See, now we have the correlation matrix. We will turn it into a heat map to make it easier to understand visually. Yes. So this method sets the size of the plot, that is 10 inches wide and 10 inches tall. So everything fits well and looks neat. This is the main command that creates the heat map using a Seaborn. Yes, here correlation underscore matrix, the data we want to plot. Yes, then N0 is equals to true, which shows the actual correlation values inside each cell. Then CMAP is equals to coolworm. So it uses a blue for negative and red for positive correlations. Then format is equals to 0.2f, that is format the numbers to 2 decimal places. Then line width is equals to 0.5. It adds a thin line between the boxes for a better clarity. And this is the title, and finally we display the heat map on the screen using dot show method. So why this is useful means, instead of reading a lots of numbers, we can just look at the colors and see relationships instantly. Yes. Okay, then moving to the next step, that is creating a pair plot. With this pair plot function to generate a multiple scatter plots and distribution plots all in one grid. Yes. See, data is the full data set to visualize, and diagonal kind is equals to KD. On the diagonal, show density plots instead of histograms. These show how the values are distributed. So this make the points a bit transparent, so we can see overlapping points more clearly. Then we add a title above the whole plot so it looks clean and descriptive. And then we display the full pair plot on the screen. Yes. So thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos on this. So see you in the next video.